Hello, hello, hello. Nazish here. Today I am really happy to share with you an extraordinary tool that has literally changed my life. But before I begin, you need to get yourself a pen and a notebook, okay? So this morning, it's early January, I was going through some of my old journals and notes from the last several years, and I am so blown away by how amazing this exercise really is. For example, in 2013, I was struggling to get coaching clients for doing coaching with me. And I simply wrote down something like, I have X number of clients every week who love, appreciate, benefit from my coaching and can pay easily. Yes, that was important because the clients I'd had before couldn't pay or weren't really benefiting because they weren't ready for the coaching I was helping them with. So I wanted to turn that around. Amazing! I remember within 3 weeks, I not only doubled the number of clients, I tripled the number of clients I'd had. I don't know how that happened. It was amazing. I did very little to make it happen, action-wise. I'll come to that later, and I'll tell you just how you're going to write these goals. This was mind-blowing. So I really want to share this amazing exercise with you. So if you're ready, get your notebook, and what I want you to do, let's begin, is first get a clean page, and in the center do a little bubble and write goals for and the year, this year or this month or whatever time frame you want to give it. Okay, so you're going to draw what I call a mind map. This is step 1. So goals in the middle, and from the goals you're going to draw 5 or 6 lines and then more bubbles around each of the prongs on your mind map. The number of prongs will define the different aspects of your life that you want to write goals about. So, for example, you might have work, family, home, friends, personal growth, like if you are learning or taking courses or something, health. Health can mean your mind health and your body health, money. Okay, so just jot down the 5 or 6 different main aspects of your life that you're gonna write goals about. Okay, got it? Then what I want you to do from each of those bubbles is to have more prongs and more bubbles. And those little bubbles are just going to have single key words that define the things that you want to develop. For example, if you want to develop your health, you could have lose weight, go to the gym, so just write gym. If you want to earn more money, so you can say pay with a plus sign, and yes, you can include doodles and for smiley faces, whatever you like that makes you happy. You can use different colors, so take your time doing this mind map. Okay, just the keywords on the little bubbles all the way around your mind map, so soon it will be like a spider diagram. Okay, this will help you remember and think about all the areas that you want to improve. I remember doing an amazing mind map some years ago, back in 2014, and back then the idea of writing books was somewhere pie in the sky, far away, dreamland. I did want to write books, but I didn't have a clue how I was going to even begin. And I wrote down in my goals, this is amazing, I wrote down, I am being chased by publishers for my work. Incredibly, that is precisely what happened. 2 years later, no, sorry, 1.5 years later, I got an email out of the blue, from a fantastic ebook publisher in London. And they said, hi, we've read you some of your work, because I'd been writing blogs and my website has various notes on it about myself. And she said, we love the way you write. Would you like to write some books for us? Can you imagine? I said, yes, of course. How does that happen? Did I chase them? Did I do anything to find them? No, I simply wrote it down. And I'm going to tell you how to write it. So, once you've done your mind map, the step 2 is to choose with a highlighter pen the ones that are most important to you. So get a highlighter pen if you can, and just highlight or put a star next to the ones that are most important to you. Can you do that? Okay, do that right now. Now, what I want you to do is choose maybe 1 or 2, and I'm going to help you write these down as sentences so that it will help you to fulfill those goals in a more achievable way. What do I mean? So, you're going to write these down as sentences that are affirmative sentences, and they have to be positive, written in the past or present tense like it's already done. They need to be specific and quantitative if you can. What I mean by quantitative is they need a number or a time frame. Okay? And if you can, filled with a sense of gratitude. Now, that seems like a lot to put into one sentence, but I'm going to make it really simple for you. For example, if it's about your health, you can say something like, I am so happy that I'm now slim, trim, and healthy, and at my ideal weight of ... write down the weight that you want to be. So your sentence is written as though it's already happened. Okay? Here's another one. Say you want to improve your mind, your knowledge. You could say, I have successfully completed my training course qualification on blah blah blah, and put a date on it. Okay. Let's take something that you enjoy, something that's personal, fun, hobbies, interests. I have regularly taken time, every week, every month, whatever you want, to do blah blah blah. Okay? So write it down as a full sentence, like it's already happened, and feel the feeling of enjoyment as you write this down, of having already achieved that or done that. Last year, I wrote down that I will make more time for my painting. I didn't say I will, I say I have, like it's already done. And believe it or not, I wrote down I will have done 3 paintings. Over the course of the summer, I did 10. I didn't force myself, I didn't push it. time just came up and I managed to get time to do my paintings. So I'm very happy, and it filled me with so much joy and fulfillment having time for that. For example, here's another one. Maybe you want to improve your relationships. Maybe you want to have more time with your kids. Maybe you want to heal something in a relationship. You can write down simply, I am so grateful that I have enough quality time with my parents, my family, my children every week. And we so enjoy that time together. In your own words, but you get my meaning. Okay? Or you can say, I am so happy to have a healthier relationship with my ... Okay? If it's about money, for example, maybe one of your goals is to save more money. You could say, I'm so glad that I have managed to save X amount every week, every month, every 6 months, and I'm so grateful that I can now use it for ... I remember, this is another one. I wrote a goal in 2014 to sell my house, my old house in England. And I actually wrote down, I have sold my house in blah for X amount. I wrote down the amount plus in pounds. Amazingly, when I went to the estate agents and they valued it and they said, no, you're not going to get that. And I said, okay, we'll see. And I waited, and we continued to advertise, and believe it or not, I got more than I wrote down in my affirmation goal. Amazing! I told you. Okay. Next, so if say it's one for money, you could say, I have paid off my X loan for X amount by, and the date that you want to have it paid off by. So that's a good feeling. And you can say, I'm really grateful that I have paid off my debt. Okay. Work, that's a big one. Some of the things that you may want to achieve could be written as though it's a goal that you have successfully achieved. Say, for example, I'm very happy that I have successfully achieved XYZ goal. I'm very glad that I have more time to work on ... I'm very happy that my life is easier now and my workload has lessened. Just use your own words. In case you have a very stressful job, you have a lot of work, or you maybe you want to reduce the amount of time you spend, hours you spend at work. So you can say, I have successfully reduced my hours and completed all my tasks and projects within X time. Okay, so those are some examples of how you can write your goal. Make sure you write it on paper with a pen, because what happens, don't write it on your gadget, on your mobile phone or on your tablet or on your computer. Write it by hand on paper. And the reason I say this is because it then sits firmly in the back of your mind and activates your subconscious brain processes, so that you will slowly start to believe that that has already happened. Yes. And the universe is going to bring to you all the options and possibilities to make that happen. It's amazing what happens when you write things down. So make sure you write it in positive, affirmative words. Okay? I remember one of my greatest amazing goals, or I should say our, because it was my husband and I, had a dream for years about living in Tenerife. We loved this place, had been coming here for holiday for a long, long time. And it was a dream, it was far away in the future. And I remember, as I said, looked through my journal, my notes, and I found that I'd written it in 2014. What I'd written is, we have found our perfect home in Tenerife by, and I'd written the date. That was in 2015, January. We came on holiday in September. Everything turned around. And within a year, we'd found the most amazing home that would suit us both. And we got it at a bargain price. And we got it from people who were delighted to sell it to us, because that's what I visualized. Now, that's what I'm going to come to. We visualized the people buying the people selling the house, and us buying the house, being equally satisfied, equally happy, just totally glad and grateful that we found the right people, that the buyer and the seller had matched. Okay, so the next step 3, is to visualize. This doesn't need to be complicated. So what I want you to do now is choose one of your goals that you've written down that are most important, and just sit back in your chair like this. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, relax. Take 3 more deep, long breaths down to the bottom of your lungs, and let go. Feel your whole body relax. Imagine it's 1 year ahead from today. Imagine you're looking at the calendar. Imagine you're looking at your notebook and ticking off this goal. Imagine the feeling that you've already done it. Imagine how grateful you feel having already achieved that wonderful goal that you'd set yourself a year ago. Feel the feelings. See yourself looking healthier, stronger, fitter, if that's what you wanted. See yourself having saved the money. See yourself having completed that project. See yourself with a joyful, happy relationship. Enjoy this amazing feeling. Let it sink in. You don't need to think about how. You just need to think about the end result. And say the affirmation in your head. I am so happy, so grateful that I have achieved X, Y, Z. Okay. Now, take a snapshot of this image. If you're a visual person. If you're not, just say the words and feel the feeling of this end result. Take it, put it in your pocket, take another deep breath, and open your eyes. Okay, that's how simple it is. The best time to do this visualization is first thing in the morning when you wake up, before the alarm goes off, before you go to work, and just spend 10 seconds seeing the image and saying the affirmation to yourself. Another best time is when you go to sleep. One thing you can do is write it on little Post-it notes, just the affirmation, and stick it by your bedside so that you see it every night. and say the affirmation and feel the feeling. Do the little short visualization before you drop off to sleep. That's it. That's all you have to do. If you can do that for the next 30 days, fantastic. What you will achieve will be mind-blowing. Yes, you have to take action. I'm not saying you're going to sit around and do nothing and imagine that the universe is just going to drop this in your lap. But what you will find is that options, possibilities, people will come your way to help you with creating this goal. You have to open your mind, and you will see that these ideas, like I said, I had that email that came from nowhere. Normally I would have dumped that email in my junk, but for some reason I read it, and it sounded like, oh, this is a real person sending me a real invitation to write my book, and it happened. So this is how opportunities will come. This is the tool I want to share with you. Step 1, do your mind map. Step 2, write down the most important ones. You don't have to do all of them. Write down the most important ones as affirmative sentences, like they've already happened. And number 3, visualize the goal. Just 10-15 seconds every night before bed. You may have 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay, and that's fine. So enjoy this exercise. I would love to hear from you and tell me about how it went, what you felt. Ask me any questions and send me your comments. That's all from me today. Take care. Bye.